Here we are entering my recently redesigned spare room. I've made it into an inexpensive, basic and simple craft room. As you can see, it used to be a bedroom. My daughter had it when she was quite young, before she moved downstairs when she was a teenager. And I've kind of used a lot of the things that were already here. Those two drawer units in the corner, they were both downstairs. I moved them upstairs, kind of cleaned out some of the drawers, put some overflow of supplies and stock in them, left some of the things as they were. They held sewing supplies and that type of thing for when my daughter used her sewing machine. I've closed the closet door, keep that mess out of my sight. And the border is something that was here all these years on 3 walls for her. She loved it. The colors were kind of neat, the picture was sweet, and it's got a lot of memories. So for the time being, I'm just going to leave it as it is. And someday I might change it, I don't know. It doesn't really concern me. I've added a lamp in the corner for nice light at night. Bunny sits in the chair. The plant gets great light during the day, and it's grown hugely since it's been put there. The MP3 player I added, so I can listen to music or ministry, any kind of MP3s while I'm doing my crafts and my cards. This is the corner area that I've completely cleaned off the table from all the goodies that were there, except this corner where there's some things that are really heavy, very large, and just will not fit in the bottom of a plastic drawer. And at the present time I don't have any other place to put them, so I'm just going to leave them there. They're a little bit out of sight. They don't interfere with the workspace. These are the plastic drawer units purchased at Walmart. They hold 12 by 12 cardstock and paper. They run about $14 a piece for each of the 3 drawer sets. They're fantastic. The 2 little ones on the end are what's known as shoebox drawers, and they only run about $4 a piece. In the corner unit is a bookcase that's been here for many years. I've cleaned it off and added a clock so I know what time it is and I don't end up spending too much time in here, and just a few other little things that'll come in handy. Now, the drawers, the shoebox ones, quite deep, and they hold a lot. These are overflow supplies, blades and stamp pads and such. This one holds my ribbon. I don't have too many rolls of expensive ribbon. This is all inexpensive stuff from Walmart. They all run about 50 cents each. Cardstock is in these ones. When I first started card making about 9 months ago, I bought just a few odds and ends from the dollar store, and I've got some of it still. I've passed on a lot to a friend's daughter. The top one's overflow of tape for corners, squares, a little bit of packages of paper. These ones right in front of me are good because I can reach them, take anything out. It's my watercolor pencils. This is a monogram set of Martha Stewart. It doesn't fit any place else. Some extra embellishments that have been made by me, some purchased on Etsy.com. Some photo corners. Acrylic stamps. I don't have that many, but what I do have, I use quite a lot. The square acrylic blocks that you put the stamps on, and in the very back you can barely see is a set of colored stamps in a long case. The bottom one on this side has not embellishments, the tape, adhesives, glue dots, glue, eraser. Embellishments are in this drawer, the jewel embellishments, and some extra stamp pads that I just got. The top right now holds bits and pieces of scraps, mostly cardstock scraps, some paper, and I try to use these up as much as I can before I touch anything else. The top, I've discovered, is a great place to put projects that I've just finished, whether cards or whatever the case might be. And just recently, I picked up one of these dollar letters at the dollar store, and I've put on paper, just with a little glue stick, sanded the edges, and this afternoon I'm going to Mod Podge it. And if it turns out the way I hope, I'm using the Mod Podge matte finish, I'm going to be making more of these for gifts and as well to sell in my Etsy shop. That's aboundingtreasures.etsy.com. And in the shop right now I have a lot of crocheted dishcloths, which I sell individually as well as sets, and cards, handmade embellishments and things like that. I have a new line called Simply Blessings scripture cards, as well as regular birthday cards, all occasion cards. Most of them have no sentiments inside, and that way you can write whatever's on your heart. And the front has either stamp sentiment, or I've used artist watercolor paper, and it's a computer generated sentiment in whatever font I like at that time. Now over on the other wall is an old computer desk. Computer died and it's been removed, and I've just kind of used it for some pictures. There's another lamp there. I can sit down, write off a quick note, fill in cards for special occasions, get them off into the mail, and it makes it quick and handy, and I don't have to use the kitchen or the dining area. There's a fold-out straight large shelf. I've got file folders here, labels for mailing and other things here, and the artist watercolor paper here. My husband's made me quite a few templates for handmade envelopes. This one's a CD envelope and it's quite large, so I store that there. And he's made them for mini envelopes, business cards, all sorts of things. So basically it's a room that's been around for a long time, not used permanently for anything, and I've kind of claimed it for my own, and used some of the shelving that was here, used some of my old plastic drawers, and then purchased new ones just for this purpose. The room was not expensive to prepare. It's all basic stuff from Walmart, and it just shows that a person can have a corner or a side of a room to be used for a craft room. And for me it's fantastic because I've been using the kitchen table, and needless to say, you can be in the midst of a project not anywhere near finished and you look at the clock and you think, oh dear, I've got to clean it all away and get supper on the table. And it was really getting kind of frustrating because I started creating more things, working with more kinds of paper crafts and supplies, and this is ideal. I love it. I appreciate having the ability to use it, and we'll just see what comes out of the things that are made here. So thanks for taking the time to browse with me, and I hope everybody has a great day. Bye-bye.